Welcome back to Premiere Pro. It's been a while since we've done any Adobe stuff. Might start getting back into it. We're going to start with this, which is the Film Impact Transitions. So Adobe recently bought this company called Film Impact, and they actually made some pretty fancy transitions. So it's not based, not the crap you get in the graphics menu, like the super RAM heavy sort of transitions that are like Mogert sort of thing. But these are just the basic things right in here, right? So you can see now that basically, if you know what it looked like before, it was basically like this, but none of this film impact was there before. So before, if you wanted to do fancy transitions, anything above like very basic stuff like these ones at the top and bottom, your only choices were this, right? So you could do some of those, and they may even got a couple more, but to be honest, these are not that great anyway. But these ones though are amazing. So you can see, let's see which one I went for very first to show you. Yeah, this is the one I did first. This was actually I set, and you can remember you can set it to default. So what we're going to do is we're going to just look through this clip. So I've got this clip of basically forest, and then we're going to looking over a big hole basically, and I've changed the spacing there to 60 frames. So what we're going to do is just put it on, and we're going to see how it looks, right? So I mean that's pretty good, right? That's a pretty cool transition. I mean look at that in terms of what's going on there. Might even just scale up a little bit. We'll show you some other stuff as well. But that's a real clean transition, right? I mean, I could even make it higher. It's such a good transition. Right, real clean that. Way better than to be honest, it's better than even the slightly fancier ones that were there before. So yeah, I was pretty amazed by that. I haven't actually looked at a lot of them. I'll tell you the one. I'll go through the ones I looked at first because I know are cool. Kaleidoscope is also quite cool. Let's put that one in there. So again, look what's going on there. I mean, look at some of these freeze frames in it. And the thing is, these are so optimized, right? These are so optimized. It's like there's literally zero lag at all. Whereas if you're playing with some of those Moggerts and stuff, it's just an absolute nightmare. This is not going to cause any problems. I could have like 100 cuts in the video, and it would be like I could just dump them all in every single transition. Probably wouldn't do it quite as long as this, but the thing is, it's like that's a cool transition, right? So it got me interested. That was basically the reason I made the video because I was like, wow, we could probably do some really cool, get some really interesting things with this, right? Like grunge, for example. Everyone likes grunge. Yeah. Is this one going to be a bit slower? Not really, right? Not really. So that has like an interesting effect as well. Let's watch it in. Yeah, that's like it'd be quite good actually for if it was darker, right? Doing from different cave areas, you could probably think about things like that. And so let's just keep on going. You know what the next thing to do? The next thing to do is when you actually click on here, right? Because you don't really get any like. All you could do is duration. It'd be cool if you could click on here and do stuff with it, like in here. But you don't really get anything, right? It doesn't. There's nothing exciting here. So I wonder, like, if that was the whole reason they changed, because they changed the system a couple of years ago to do it like with this properties panel here. So I wonder, like, how they're gonna think of changing that. But anyway, so yeah, for some reason we've gone for distortions first. Let's look at glass impact. Some of them might have something, and then we're also going to review like how they look on color mats and also some image stuff as well. Ooh, this one looks cool as well. Be like a wipe, I suppose. But yeah, way better quality. And the thing is, like, I know that they're meant for more like I don't know, like Instagram type stuff, but still, you could do really cool stuff with these. So there's some. Let's actually go. I'm probably not going to show everything. So like, we'll probably just. I don't suppose there's any in here either. Do you get any in here? Yeah, there's some interesting audio effects. I don't. Oh, did they buy It's like they buy random companies, and then you have to try and guess where that. If I had to guess, I don't think some of those two were there. But I might be wrong. Does Lumetri look any different? No. Like I said, I haven't really. I mean, obviously, I edit it every day in Premiere Pro, but I don't go through looking at the list. These look all like they might be fairly similar. Block motion impacts. Let's see what that one looks like. It's quite fast. Let me just do it a bit slower. Yeah, there's a little bit of inertia on it. That actually suits Minecraft quite well, doesn't it? Yeah, you could make that real slow. Because even slower, right? It doesn't, this is only like 2 seconds long at this point. That would look quite good slow, I think. Stop doing that, bro. Okay. Let's see what else we got in there. Spring motion. I wonder if it's the same sort of thing, but just in a. Yeah, these ones are a bit less interesting, to be honest. Might be good in like some of these games, like narrative-driven games where it's just like focused around the story of one character. All this stuff like waking up, going to the, just like the regular mundane tasks. Because this looks like opening your eyes, doesn't it? A bit. That's what my first thought on it was. Okay. Let's just try a couple more. Ooh, that doesn't look very exciting, does it? Really? I can't. There will be a time when you'll be able to edit stuff, but that's when it becomes more like the After Effects. All right, we're going to say that animation's not that exciting. Interesting. Well, there's a lot in there. What did we check out? Distortions. Yeah, distortions where the crazy shit happens, basically. So we've done distortion, we've done animation. I mean, how much more interesting can like I'm just curious, right? Let's do something in Essentials just to see what we get. Yeah, I mean that's not really very exciting. That's almost exactly yeah. What's the point of that one really? That's exactly the same as a regular wipe, isn't it? There probably is some slight technical difference, but not that I can really see, to be honest. Check out some of the Luma ones. Let's just do Luma. Nah, not very interesting. What does this mean? Lights and blur. We'll move on to the other categories up here as well in a minute. That maybe is a bit sharper than the other one, than the regular one. I mean, is it really that different from regular light leak though? All right, so that's what this one is. All right. It does seem like they've just put the same thing in here. Because this is the one that basically I like to use. I don't think it's really that much better though. If anything, the vanilla one or whatever you want to call it, this is a bit sharper. I think with the vanilla ones, you actually can do some stuff with it, can't you? Let me just check. Get in there. No, I thought you could. Oh well. Why am I struggling to select that? See, it deselects it on its own. That's quite annoying, isn't it? But anyway, that's not the focus of this video, is it? Let's get rid of those. There are definitely some more. There's more in the. I mean, a lot of this is basically like variations of that, right? It's a rate impact. Ooh, that's a banging one, that isn't it? You can do this. This is something normally in After Effects only. You can do it. Yeah, that is significantly better. Wow, look at that. That is a fire one. Yeah, definitely that one pops off for sure. Um, yeah, it's got me more interested now. Let me see glow impact. I think you just have to find the right ones. Like you can see that just by see that doesn't do it for me that at all. Of course, like yeah, in After Effects you would that with that ray one you could choose where it starts from, right? I wonder if is there any way that you could like is it just always going to go from the bottom left of the screen to the top right? I guess it would, right? I guess there's no other way to stop that from happening.